So yesterday there was some Linkin Park news. Linkin Park rock band. Love that band, man. That's one of my favorite bands of all time for real. Their music, like I could be tired. Let's say I got 1 hour, 2 hours sleep. I hear Linkin Park, all of a sudden I'm amped up. Who needs coffee when you have Linkin Park? Okay. Um, their lead singer, Chester Bennington, he had died. Man, how long ago was it, man? He died a few years back. All right. And yesterday, I found out that they have a new lead singer. I never knew they was looking for a new lead singer, but the young lady's name is Emily Armstrong. I heard her voice. I think she has a real good voice, real good voice. Um, but I hate that the first song I heard her sing was one of Linkin Park's older songs, where Chester just straight up shined. I mean, I don't think there's not a single song where Chester didn't shine. I mean, the whole band they shined. Everybody does their roles. Chester, he was like awesome in his role. He comes in like Mike comes in with the smooth, kind of like the low kind of baritone with the flow and the harmonies, and then Chester comes in, boom, 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 knock it out. It's like Mike is like it's like Iron Man or something, right? And then he throws the lob up, then here come Hulk, boom, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a Shaq and Kobe dynamic. Mike is kind of like the Kobe, and then Chester comes in with it like he's like Shaq, Shaq attack, you know. But hearing her sing their previous songs, their classics, it sound weird. It sound more like a cover band. And a lot of people in the comments mentioned that. I'm like, there's no point in me saying it sounds like a cover band because they're everybody's saying that. That's not saying it's bad, but when you do that, it makes me think, damn man, they need Chester out there. Can't do that song without Chester there, you know? And that's a lot to overcome, especially if you're Emily Armstrong. But I thought I think her singing voice, I think she can sing. I think what they need to I think and see when I think about that, I think about the anti recasters for T'Challa. I think about that because, you know, for the role of T'Challa, live action movies, they only see Chadwick Boseman who died. And I understand that because that's the only live iteration we have as far as the MCU in movies. See Chadwick Boseman. And I just want to say, hey, I get it. I get it. I understand. I understand why you're so against the role being recast. But just because I understand doesn't mean I agree with you. But I'm at least capable at times in life where just because I disagree with you doesn't mean I do not understand. Now, I'm going to tell you something. They should not recast the role of T'Challa if, if their intentions are to bring in another actor that can act the way Chadwick Boseman act as T'Challa. That's not going to work. Fans who are supportive of recast T'Challa, like myself, we're not buying that. We don't want to see that. Whoever's the actor is, let him bring his own interpretation of it because God made us all different anyway. He made me different. He made you different. He did. We all have gifts and talents. What God blessed me with, He may not have blessed you with. And what God has blessed you with, probably didn't bless me with. So it's like, I can't say I'm going to go act and talk or walk or sing or whatever like you. And you won't be able to do it like me because we're different. Right? God made us that way. So I think for Linkin Park, I'm not sure if they're going to be coming out with any new music, but I think the best thing for Linkin Park is to come out with new music so that way it fits Emily Armstrong's strengths. All right? You know, because was her strengths vocally might not have been Chester's strengths vocally. Okay, because it's different style, you know. It's just like when the Temptations, um, when they replaced David Ruffin, they didn't get a singer who sounded like David Ruffin, and then they came out with new songs, so that way, not saying people were gonna forget David Ruffin, but it's like, hey, this is the direction we're going. Or if you remember the Five Heartbeats, you had Eddie Kane. They had their songs with Eddie Kane, but then after they replaced him with Flash, well, Flash was both of them brilliant lead singers, two totally different styles. They had to write and make the songs that fit Flash. So for whoever's going to be the actor that's going to be recast as T'Challa, let's say if you recast T'Challa with um, Morris Chestnut, okay, Morris Chestnut is a brilliant actor. I think him and Chadwick Boseman are on the same level as far as acting. But and I think Morris Chestnut would be a fool if he was to come in there. Let me act and do what Chadwick does. No, because they walk different, they talk different, facial expressions are different on when they mad, angry, sad, action scenes, two different fighting type styles, two different body types, athletic ability maybe, whatever and stuff. So it's like how he meshed with the other actors and actresses on set, and the director is going to be different. Certain things that Chadwick Boseman will say and how he say it is going to be different than Morris Chestnut. And let me tell you something, that's fine, because what we do know is that Morris Chestnut is a good actor. Chadwick Boseman's a good actor. So as long as you're bringing actor that's on the same level, close to the same level, that's a good actor. Yeah, because if you're, I recall back in the day before they officially casted Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, there were rumors about Morris Chestnut. Okay, so that's the thing, man. Like it's just like when we see the different Batmans. Michael Keaton's Batman wasn't the same as Adam West. Um, Val Kilmer's Batman wasn't the same as George Clooney's or Michael Keaton. George Clooney's wasn't the same as Christian Bale's and all that. So, but I thought they were respectfully good. Michael Keaton is my favorite, but I thought they all were good. And these are brilliant actors. So with Linkin Park, I think once they produce new music where it highlights Emily Armstrong's strong features vocally and performance wise, I think that's we're gonna be like, wow, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like she can sing. Excuse me, my little 3 year old having a moment. But anyways, we back at it. So if you cast Morris Chestnut or Damson Idris or who's another actor? One of my top choices is Daniel Ezra, Stephen James as T'Challa. You know, all of these actors they bring something different to the table. Okay, all right. Aldis Hodge, they all bring something different to the table, but they all possess the ability to play the role of T'Challa. They can play the role of T'Challa. All right. All right. Where did I leave off? Yeah. So that was my 5 year old crying. So, yeah. Duty calls. He got to go. But yeah. So Aldis Hodge, he can. If man, I say this a lot when I bring up Aldis Hodge as far as T'Challa. Go watch Black Adam. He pretty much played T'Challa right there. It felt like a T'Challa variant. And when I say T'Challa, don't get it twisted. I mean T'Challa, son of T'Chaka, older brother of Shuri. Okay? All right? Okay? That's who I mean. I'm not talking about the T'Challa Jr. that they want to use. And if they want to have him in there, that's fine, but keep T'Challa on there. You don't have to kill him off. All right? And nobody is ever dead in the MCU. Many people come back as a variant. We want to see T'Challa because we want to see T'Challa's stories be played out. Now, if you want to feature T'Challa Jr., that is totally fine, but just do not take out T'Challa. Oh, sure, he's the Black Panther. They both can be the Black Panther at the same time because they did it at the Disney cruise. You know how much money people spend at the Disney cruise? Way more than how the amount of money people spend at the movie theaters. Okay? So if you can do it on that, because you want high quality production on that, where people are spending thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and time $2,000s at the Disney cruise, and you have two Black Panthers on there. They pretty much did a multiverse saga, or however it was on there. Well, guess what? You can do it with the movies, even though the movies that cost a lot these days. Hey, not as much as those Disney cruises, bro. Sis. But I'm looking forward to new music from Linkin Park. I'm gonna be checking up on that. Um, so yeah, share your thoughts. Let me know, what do y'all think about Linkin Park having a new singer? You know, and do you think, hey, that's the reason why a lot of people, well, you have some people who are anti recasters for T'Challa because they fearful of another actor trying to duplicate what Chadwick Boseman, trying to duplicate Chadwick Boseman's performance, which I don't think the next actor is going to try to duplicate that because you're going to want to do your own thing. It's just like, you know what? The Bodyguard, the movie came out in 92. I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston. And I always thought that was the original rendition of that song. Now I remember being one day, we was in a restaurant at a diner, and I'm like, they turned it into a country song. And I'm not sure if Dolly Parton intended to be a country song. It's just that's how it sounded to me, and the instrumentation and her and vocally. But and I'm like, she copying off Whitney Houston, but Dolly Parton was the original, you know. And I think both versions are dope, but these are two totally different singers. You're not gonna expect Whitney to sing like Dolly or Dolly to sing like Whitney, you know. And you know, it's another song I didn't know that was a remake, the No Doubt song with Gwen Stefani singing "It's My Life, Don't You Forget." I thought that was a new song when it came out, like in the 2000 early 2000s. But I saw, I'm listening to 80s music station and it's being played. I'm like, oh, this song came out in the 80s. I like this version too. I like both versions, but guess what? She didn't sing it the way they sung it. Or the Running Up the Hill. That's one of the latest remakes. You know, that movie. I mean, excuse me. That song has been remade a few times, and I like both versions. So, just like how a different singer, he or she can put their own delivery on it and make it good. That's how they can do with the role of T'Challa. All right. So, but anyway, share your thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. Student Game Podcast. Peace out.